Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Marley Marv. Welcome to my channel, Growth is Infinite, and that's because growth is infinite. Just a little recap of what's been going on. I've been sharing a lot about experiences that I've been through in life and how I overcame them and how I came to I don't want to say solid, but to a pretty good point in my life where I just want to share with others what I went through that can possibly help someone else. Last week, I talked about life of addiction, a lot of things that I've been through that led to drug use and wilding out and just on the streets acting like a lunatic. And a lot of it dealt from pain, which is going to lead into tonight's topic, which is your pain is my medicine. Your pain is my medicine. So you might be like, well, Marv, what do you mean by that? Like, your pain is my medicine. Well, I'm gonna break it down. Just bear with me a few. There are many types of pain, like from physical, mental, emotional, like many types of pain. And I was very familiar with the physical pain. Like, if you break a leg or something, you go to the hospital. They treat it the best they know how. They give you a schedule to follow to make sure you're doing everything right and it will heal. I was familiar with that kind of pain, but I wasn't familiar with mental pain and emotional pain. Like, I didn't know how to deal with feeling sad as a man, like feeling sad, like, break up in a relationship. My heart hurts. I don't like the way I'm feeling. So this is like uncomfortable. I can't tell my homies and them really I'm feeling sad. I don't like that this girl did me like that. Or not to put women down or always bring it to a girl, but didn't know how to really deal with that side of pain. Again, was familiar with the physical, but wasn't familiar with like the mental pain, the emotional pain. And tonight I just want to go over some things that helped me deal with the pain. There are some benefits to pain, and for one, that pain exposed a lot in my life. It exposed like some hidden things in my life. Like, I didn't know what, so let's talk about the mental pain. Like, let's talk about the relationship for a minute. When I was in the relationship and I felt that pain, it exposed that I was weak in a sense, as far as like, man, I really love this woman. Like, I didn't know how to really deal with that, but it showed because I thought I didn't care too much about situations. I thought I didn't care too much about girls, but it showed that I did. But I just didn't know I didn't know that that was like normal. But that type of pain is normal. So there was a benefit to that pain because it exposed a side of me that needed to be exposed, that needed to be, some light needed to be shed on to show me that, like, Marv, it's okay to be sad. It's all right. That happens. You don't have to be hardcore all hours of the day. Like, and I'm grateful that exposed that. Pain helps us learn, grow, and improve. Well, what do you mean by that? Man, when I was locked up, that produced a lot of pain. But you know what? I learned, I grew, and I improved. Well, what did you learn? Well, for one, I learned, you can't just go around you breaking the law. There's consequences for when you break the law. Excuse me. And I didn't know. I thought I could just do whatever I want. I always gotta get away with it. So it helped me learn that, Marv, there's consequences for breaking the law. On top of that, when I was in there, I also learned a lot about myself, who I really am, what I'm really capable of doing, and just exposing again. Do you want to live? Is this the life for you? Because this is what comes with living that life. There's going to be a lot of jail time, possibly death. There's just a lot that comes with it. So I learned. Also, it helped me grow. During that time, I started reading. I started educating myself. I started learning a little bit more. So I was growing in the process of this pain. This is what's benefiting from this pain. I'm growing. I'm learning. And then I started improving. So what I was learning from and what I was growing from, I started improving. I started practicing what I was learning, practicing from what I was growing. And then I started improving in my daily life, even behind bars. So that pain even produced, there was a benefit from that pain. And then there was the other pain, which is your pain is my medicine, which is the topic tonight. And I want to sit on that a little bit because, that's deep for me. When I say that, like, when we go through things in our life, because I used to always be like, man, why, like, God, what's going on, man? Like, why I had to go through what I went through, and this is just isn't fair. But you know what? If I didn't go through what I went through, I wouldn't be able to really effectively help as many people as I help today. Like if I didn't have the pain of losing my son's mom, I wouldn't have had the opportunity not too long ago when I was at work and someone lost the father of their child. I was able to relate to that. And their pain was my medicine. My pain was their medicine. So when I shared with her what I've been through and what I went through that time when I lost my son's mom, that actually was soothing to her. It was like she was taking an antibiotic from me just sharing my pain. And that's all, if you think about it, sharing your pain is so beneficial. There's people out, street life. There's a lot of people out there on the streets that are struggling, going through some things. So when I share with them some of the things that I went through, some of my pain, again, this is all pain that I'm sharing, it's actually helping them. It's actually like, dang, like when I remember going through it, going somewhere. I don't know where I was at, but I heard a brother say some things that touched me, and all he was sharing was the heart. He was talking about his mom being in addiction, talking about things that he went through in his life, and I was like, wow, man, all he did was share his pain, but by him sharing that really spoke to me. It really helped me. I was like, man, wow, that helped me, man. So that's what led to where I'm like, your pain is my medicine, because really everything that we go through or what we've been through, it's hard for us to look at in a sense, but that's for someone else. Now I could really go up to someone, and when someone says, but you don't know what it's like, I did this X amount of time in prison, and I'm like, nah, but I do though. I've been there before. That was a chapter in my life. And yes, it was real. So I can relate. I know what it's like to be called a number all day. I know what it's like to be locked away from my mom. I know what it's like to have phone calls with my son and tell him, oh, next year, daddy will be home. Oh, next year, daddy will be home. Oh, next year, daddy will be home. I know what that's like. And when you express that to someone, now you got their ear. They're like, wow, you do know. And I'm like, yeah. So let's get through this together. So that's what leads me to say your pain is my medicine. So when people are sharing things that are very painful, it's actually helping other people, because it's letting people know there are other people out there that are hurting too. Because a lot of time in my life, I thought it was just me going through things. I didn't know there was someone else out there who had a mom who was struggling in addiction, who went through a lot of the same thing. When I heard that there was people out there that was going at that somehow that weakness that they're sharing gave me strength. I was like, oh, okay, all right, and God is so good, right? He took my past miseries and turned them into my future ministry. It was all that toxic stuff in the back that I've been through in my past is now what I share. Like I'm not happy about all that stuff that happened to me. Don't get me wrong, but I love sharing that good came out of that. I love talking to people. I love sharing my experiences with people. I love talking to the dope boy that was hustling and he don't really know anymore, or the person that went through it with a relationship that got his heart really. I've been there. I've been through a lot of pain, and I used to hate life for that. Like, man, why? But now I see, I appreciate life now because of pain. I really do. I really know how to have gratitude now. Like that prison experience, it helps me appreciate being free. I value my freedom today. I was behind a bar for years in a room. That messed me up. But that pain helped me appreciate, helped me learn, helped me grow. And now it's medicine for someone else who may be experiencing that pain. So it's all just rotating to help people, man. I'm gonna continue to share my pain because I know my pain is gonna help someone else. And I appreciate y'all. I didn't want to take too much time. If this video touched you in any type of way, hit the like, hit the share. And you know what? God bless y'all. Y'all have a great night. And until next time, growth is infinite.